Hi, looks like I'm live. Is it live? Let me adjust my camera if I can. Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning. And I have to say, it's been a pretty typical Sunday morning here. Let me turn my phone off because that way I won't waste the precious Wi-Fi signal because my upload speeds here where I live are pretty poor, and sometimes the video goes a little bit awry. I think it's the way you pronounce that. So anyway, yes, pretty typical Sunday morning around here. And then it's only 11:02, so I'm not late, but it's kind of like, well, it's 20 after 10. I've got time. I'll do this. I do that. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's almost 11. And then I'm scrambling to get ready. But anyway, here I am. And yeah, the microphone's on. Okay. So I'm actually sitting here. You can't really see, all that's going on around me. And but by the way, for people that are tuning in and it's not 11 Eastern time on Sunday, you're watching this as a video. So typically I give about five or 7 minutes or so for people to come in before I actually start the tarot stuff. So just to let you guys know, and if anybody has a question about their own life, not on the live chat, because that's going to disappear once I'm once the live stream's over, the live chat disappears. But if you come back as a video and want to leave a question, I'll pull a card and do like a quick mini answer for you anyways. So anyway, here we are. We had a really powerful full moon yesterday, or depending on what part of the country you're in, it was either yesterday or the day before, but it was early morning here on the 27th. And if any of you guys, I know, I'm seeing who's in. I know a bunch of you definitely did join me last night for the archangel channeling, and which was actually the first time I've done it that way, and it worked out very well. So every full moon, I'm going to do that. And what I was about to say, you can't really see, but I'm kneeling here. I have like low tables in my house, and I swear I must be Japanese, or in another lifetime, I must have been Japanese. So I have my little low table. I'm kneeling, and a friend of mine, actually, unlicensed thinker, he might actually come in. Did a video recently about the Go no Show, or the Book of Five Rings, which is basically, when I studied martial arts in the 70s and 80s, that was required reading from my martial arts teacher. And it's the book of strategy, and it's clearly one of the best books on spirituality or spiritual warriorship ever written. And it's, in English, it's the Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi, I believe is the author's name. So it's about the way of strategy, the way Bushido or warriorship in Japan, and a lot of people used it for other things, and it became like a business model, I think, also. So anyway, I just figured I'd mention that while we're coming in. So anyway, let me greet everybody. Hi, Mary. Hi, Roseanne. Hi, Michael. Hi, Linda. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Sabrina, all the way from Italy. Thanks for joining us this morning. So yeah, a little bit quiet energetically today, and we had the very powerful full moon. I think the moon went into Libra, or it's about to go into Libra, but we're in that kind of a vibe right now, and all's good. So all's peaceful, and I'm just kind of thinking on. I forgot what we talked about last week, but the one thing that stuck out is I was just looking at the card and it's sensing an earthquake, and they had a pretty significant one, I think, in Iceland over the week. There've been a couple around the world. I mean, most days there's an earthquake somewhere on planet Earth, but once you get over, like, say, magnitude 5 or so, it starts to become more noteworthy. So anyway, what I would like to do is just start by pulling a meditation card for the group for today, for this energy. And our group consists of those of you that are here live and those of you that are watching this as a video later on. So I'm going to mix my cards up and just greet anybody else. And is in. Okay. And very good. Oh, my Colorado friend, the tarot readers here. Elevated Intuition in Tarot does an amazing weekly reading on her channel also, which is very different than what I do. So if you ever want to get a little bit more in depth on what's going on with you personally, check out her channel also as well. And feel free to introduce yourself. And if we have any astrologers in, you can let us all know what the heck's going on with the planets now. I think the moon is opposing Chiron now, so there may be a lot of stress in the air today. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I think Chiron, which is the one of the asteroids that's known to be the wounded warrior, and I was just talking about the Book of Five Rings a minute ago, which is about warriorship. So that might be a theme, and so maybe that's the theme of the week is for us to really own our spiritual warriorship. And getting back, is Cody in today? Well, if Cody comes in, he can introduce himself. But he did another video. God, I'm losing my train of thought. I've had a really, really long week. It may come back. I apologize. But I've been burning the candle at both ends and burning the midnight oil a lot this week. Oh God, I don't even remember what I was talking about, but it's something that was feeding off of the Book of Five Rings. Oh yeah, yes. In a recent video, it's talking about Jesus' quote in the Bible that the meek shall inherit the earth, and that came into really interesting debate or conversation what meek really means, or what that in the Bible what that really meant. And I think at the end of the day, it's really about that the peaceful people are going to, once we evolve, that once we become more of a peaceful people, that's who's going to inherit the earth, not the warmongers, or not the ones that feel like might makes right and stuff like that. So to me, meek is sort of like a gentle power in a way, and people that are so in command of their own selves, that they don't have to be like egotistical, or they don't have to fight, that they have such command of their lives and their energy and so forth as well. So that's what's being a peaceful warrior is really about. It's really attaining mastery and understanding the nature of strategy and leaving as little as possible up to fate, and being able to do what you need to do to survive or to thrive in life, but we choose peace over war any day of the week. It's just sometimes you have to be capable of greater war to attain that peace, at least in today's world anyway. So we'll make that the theme of the week: peaceful warriorship. Dan Millman wrote a book called The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. He's also written some amazing books on numerology, so I know his name pretty well. All right. And if you ever want to get one of the most amazing books on the philosophy behind warriorship, again, no show, the Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi. Amazing stuff. So our meditation card for the week is, this is it. Oh, we're going places, are we? We have the Knight of Wands. That's fire of fire in tarot. Knights represent fire. Rods or wands represents fire. So this is, I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying this is like time to really put things into action. And that's why I'm so scattered this morning. I apologize. But that's why I was asking if there's any astrologers in, because I wanted to see if Mercury's coming out of its shadow this week, because Mercury went out of retrograde, well, a little while ago. I think it was around the 20th. So yeah, maybe late this week or early next week when it goes out of the shadow. But a lot of people have been having a lot of stuff going on during the shadow period. And the shadow is just basically once Mercury or any planet goes direct again, once it catches up to the degrees of the sign that it started its retrograde, then it goes out of its shadow. So that's what that means technically in the astrological terms. So I feel like it's just saying this is time to really put ideas into action. So the way to meditate with cards, or the way that I do and that I teach also and that I learn, is you can take a mental snapshot of this. This is the Hanson Roberts deck. But if you have your own card, just gaze at the Knight of Swords and then close your eyes and meditate and place yourself inside the card. So right now we're just seeing what would this be, like 1/3000th of this whole scene. So you start to come into a really panoramic view, and you start to see beyond what's going on in this card when you're meditating in it, and see what's going on, see what you're doing, and really become part of it. See it, hear it, smell it, taste it, be it. And then the card, because each card, there's 78 cards in the tarot, and each card represents, we'll say, a portal of wisdom or knowledge. And the minor arcana is more the situations in life, or the major arcana is more the state of consciousness. But that's a very broad and loose definition. So if you go into that, you may get some insights, and you can also ask, what action do I need to take? Because this is a very action card. And sometimes the Knight of Wands can be a little bit hasty and not think before they act too, because it's very fire. It's very like, I'm going to do this right now kind of energy. And God knows why there's a fly on my window in February. What's that expression, a fly on your wall? Well, there's a fly in my window today. All right. So anyway, so if you feel so inclined, you do meditations with the Knight of Wands, and then ask, what actions do I need to take? Sometimes wands or rods represent career life also. So there may be some collectively in this group some question about work or career, or what actions to take to maybe improve that part of your life, basically. But in its rawest form, wands is fire. Wands are energy. So this is like the energetic portion of life. So on that note, I'm going to do a 3-card mini spread. Just not so much predictive. I'm not that's not where my psychic abilities go. They go more into mediumship than anything anyway. So when I do readings and I get the super specific stuff like dates or names or things like that, it's coming from the spirit world. And whether it's my guides or my clients' guides, or those on the other side that are coming through as well. Yes, thank you. She's going to call you Josh. No, your name's Jared. Thank you. All right, so I'm mixing cards up. So this will be just basically, for us, our messages, our trends, what's going on in the world around us, because that's important. And as individuals, the best thing that we can do is be high vibe ourselves and raise our consciousness. That's going to help everybody raise their consciousness. And if you do that, then you'll know from spirit what actions that you need to take to help society or whatever. So some people will protest. Some people will write blogs or books or stuff like that. Some people will lead meditations like I do. But the idea is to be present and to be here now, right? So that's the expression. Okay. So I always was taught when I first learned tarot to break into 3 piles with my left hand and bring back with my left hand. Left side connects to the right brain, so it's more the intuitive. And I've heard different reasons for that, but the one that sticks with me is in the tree of life in the Kabbalah. There's 3 pillars, and I feel like the 3 piles represent the 3 pillars. So you can't make a wrong choice. It's just one of three either possibilities or interpretations of whichever pile you pick. I think I picked the middle one, but it doesn't matter because I'm pulling the cards anyways. Wow, we've got decisions to make. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Here's my my high-tech device I'm going to use to display my cards here. Ta-da! um, so yeah, all those twos, ones and twos. Oh my goodness. And the magician card has all the suits in front of them. It's like the card of the what's the word? Ground, Adam, ground. um well, hermetic is the word that's coming. Oh, the alchemist. It's the card of the alchemist, because yeah, as above, so below. So the magician's pointing to the sky and then pointing to the earth, and joining heaven and earth. And yeah, when I saw these twos, it's like the two pentacles and the two of swords. I was like, oh my god, decisions, balance. Um, it almost feels like there's a big reset that's going on just in the collective consciousness as I look at these cards. And and it's almost like people are needing to choose their fate now, so to speak, as a collective, as a country, as a world, stuff like that. And it just gives me the feeling like a lot of back and forth. There may be some we'll say unsettling news around early to midweek. But a lot of times what comes up in the news, there's an agenda behind it. It's not always like what's really going on. It's kind of like what the powers that be, how they want to influence us or control us, maybe. And these are both kind of cards of balance, because with the two of swords, it's kind of the outcome card, or the later week. It's really like finding peace by going within. And I feel like no matter what comes up, whether it's some weird news about vaccines or the money markets, or whatever that it is, I feel like it's telling us that we kind of need to go inward, because the two of pentacles, it's about balancing, sort of juggling different things in our lives. And the figure, it's almost like the Fool card in a way, just the way the energy hits me or strikes me. I mean, I know it's not the same meaning or anything like that, but it's almost like the figure's kind of like very nonchalant, or it's like, yeah, maybe I'll go this way or I'll go that way. And kind of the waters behind them have to peak. Yeah, in this one there's a boat, but the water's kind of turbulent. That boat is not doing so good there. Maybe it should get out of the breakers. Maybe that would help. um, and maybe it's just kind of, again, sort of, because waters represents emotions also. And pentacles is the earth. That's the earth suit. Our material life, our money, our bodies, our home, our work, and stuff like that as well. And I feel like for us, those of us that are here presently and that are going to be presently joining us as a video later on, I feel like you're saying, this is time to make some decisions. Like we're being called on to change, because everything's changing in our world. The money itself is changing, like the whole meaning of money. The financial markets are changing. The mentality is changing. The governments are going to have to change. I don't know why this popped in, but I'm just hearing oil's going up, whatever that means. Well, what goes up comes down. Um, and the magician card is like, we've got to create this. This is our time to really either work more with law of attraction, or more with affirmative action, or both. Because law of attraction is action. The word attraction, action. Yeah. Where should we just start? The lexicgram queen. Um, but to attract, you have to act. That's why those words are so similar as well. Oh, 11:11. Did I miss it? Yeah. It's 11:20 now. I guess I did. Um, so and there's a lot of water, even though we don't have water suits, because swords are about ideas and air, and connecting to spirit, because these look to me like little antennas. The only thing is these pentacles are covering the heart, right? And the lady's arms are crossing her heart, and she's got a blindfold on. The heart feels, like the mind thinks, but the heart feels. And this is the time to go within. Yeah, because we're going to break out into the spring in a few weeks. This is the time to really go within, complete our hibernation cycle, and start to digest the lessons. This is the bear in Native American traditions. So we go into periodic hibernation. We need to sort of digest, assimilate our lessons, come up with some actions and a plan, and have a plan A and a plan B. A lot of duality here. Um, Nothing wrong with duality. The physical world wouldn't exist without it. But we really want to understand that duality comes from unity. It's two sides of the same whole, and all opposites are one and the same. Um, so and that's the key. And going back to some Eastern philosophy, that's what the yin yang symbol's about. Within the yang, there's a little yin. Within the yin, there's a little yang. All opposites are one and the same. So this way for me is right. This way is left. But if I change, even if I turn around, the right becomes left and left becomes right. See, I'll do that. Oh my gosh, I'm showing off my bald spot. I'm in a fun mood today. But anyway, I think you get the idea with that. So let me just see if there's anything else. Really powerful cards, and I just feel like again, there's, what are we, 30, 29 people now in live. um these tarot times usually average about 100 to 200 viewers, so not every single person, but I feel like this is just collectively our message. A little bit of a pause, a little bit of a reset, um, and really to think about what it is that you wish to create, and really do your research and your homework and do your meditation as well, and go within. So that's part of the balance also. Like, what do you get within, and then what do you get just from observation of the world around you, and how do they connect, and how do you proceed forward with that? So again, very peaceful. There's a happy, peaceful face. She's totally at peace, by the way. But the thing is, she's at peace partly because she's not seeing, her eyes are blindfold, and she's not feeling because her arms are crossed. So, there's sort of a false sense of peace. And sometimes we need that. Again, there's no judgment about anything that we're doing. Sometimes we need that. But it can't be like our paradigm, because then we're just avoiding life, and and when you do that, your body starts to do weird things, and you start to get ill or whatever. So have a plan, go within, um, and just be observing of the changes. I feel like a lot of stuff is still behind the scenes, so we may not get any super crazy stuff in the news or stuff like that as well. And understanding the duality and the division is how to find wholeness. So understanding what is, and then going within how to find that. So when we're whole, we're complete. And in our society, there's a lot of division. With the two-party system, it comes right to mind. And how in these last several years, you know, I want to say a little bit more than 4 years, that energy or pressure to divide further has really been around us. So it's really about coming back to ourselves, and it's interesting. It all adds up to five. Five is change, two twos and a one, because the magician is key one in the tarot. So it's really, and again, like you'd one, but the infinity sign, it's sort of in a way, it's a dualistic sign, right? Because there's two loops here. So I think that's really sort of the message, is finding within the duality of life, finding that all sides to any argument really come from the same source, and that within every question lies its own answer, if you understand the nature of the question. So if you really understand what the question is, the answer is contained within the question. So that's the key. That's our message. So I want to pull an angel card also, and there you go. I'm actually doing at 2:30. I'm doing some mediumship for a Facebook group. which is the Spiritual Awakening Circle, but they're doing the Spiritual Love Summit, and I'm going to be doing at 2:30. I'm going to be doing some mediumship there, and I'll actually when this goes into comment mode, I'll leave the link, if you want to find out more or join with that. Today's the last day, so it would just be to catch me probably, but anyway, I'll still leave the link in case anyone's interested. So I have a Doreen Virtue messages from the angels. I remember last week we got Akasha, which is my card. So that was kind of a thrill. It's like, yay, that was the first card I ever pulled from this deck. So we shall say a little quick prayer to the angels. That's been on my mind. I've been doing a lot of angelic work, and I do that every day, actually. Thanks for your comments, everybody. New moon. Interesting. Yeah, I think this might, this energy might be good till the new moon. It's still 2 weeks away. All right, so which card? This one's jumping out at me. Oh, interesting. Chantel. And anybody up for romance? Anybody like blondes? I'm just kidding. Let me read this. New romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving here. And as I'm looking at this, I feel like this is just really about finding love from within and loving ourselves, and that's kind of the energy that I get from that, and that's the only place you're going to find love is from within. You're not going to find love through another person. If you feel like you need to find love, by having a relationship and being with somebody else, you're not going to find love because you already are love. You'll just find need, actually, because that's what you're telling the universe. Like, I need this to feel this way, when you don't, because all possibilities already exist. And love is how we're born out of love. We live in love. And when we die, we return back to love. So I feel like this is telling us really to love ourselves. And it kind of fits in with the theme. This is sort of like a self-care theme, even with the tarot. And to really, acknowledge our own needs and really, understand who we are, as spirit and as human beings, and how that every moment in life changes us, and really try to vibe within and work with spirit to really, discover what your calling is as the world continues to change and awaken. So anyways, that is what I'm getting. For people that they came in a little bit later on, definitely, you can come back as a video and watch the whole thing. And I thank you, everybody, for coming in. So last Thursday's upload was a very simple and powerful law of attraction technique that I use. And then next week we're uploading a meditation video, actually, about a process that's probably you haven't seen because I invented it. Although when an idea is in the air, that means anybody can pick up on it. So somebody else is probably doing something very similar. And certainly some of the elements, if you do spirit guide meditation, will look familiar to me. But I'm uploading a meditation, that's very powerful to link in with your main spirit guide, the one that's one of your primary guides that's really helping you through whatever transitions you're going now. So that's next Thursday's upload. And again, thank you, everybody, that for being part of this channel and part of this work. I do this to really help create and build community, as a lot of other people that do spiritual tutorials on YouTube the same way. And I met a lot of really good people that do videos also. So it's been a wonderful journey. We're 8 months into it now. I started my channel June 21st. So I've been thrilled with the response and the growth and everything. So thank you, everybody, for being part of it. And namaste, aloha, and we'll see you at the next one. Thank you.